Before you start tearing down walls or calling a contractor, stop. These are the top 10 worst upgrades you can make if you care about the resale value of your house. I'm about to save you thousands of dollars, so stay tuned. My name is Cody Smith with Remax Garden City, and today we're going to be talking about resale value and the upgrades that you should not be doing. Now, before I get into this list, I know some people are going to say, Cody, some of these things I really want to do to my house, and that's okay. This is if you just really care about the resale value of your house. Some of these things on the list I've done personally in my own house. I love some of the features on this house just for entertainment or comfort value, and I don't really care about the resale value of my house because I'm not moving anytime soon, at least for now. I also want to emphasize this isn't what about looks nice. It's all about return on investment. So let's dive into it. We're going to start with number one. Now, first up on our list, wall-to-wall carpeting. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's comfortable, it's cozy, but it actually lowers your home's value roughly by 3.6. Now, I know what you're also thinking. You're like, Cody, what do I do if I'm going to sell my house? Hardwood floors gives you some of the best ROI that you can do. It gives you around 147% ROI. If you put in hardwood floors throughout your house and cost about $10,000, chances are you're probably going to see a return of about $14,000 or $15,000. Now, on the flip side, if you're looking at putting something in that's going to have a really good turn of ROI and is also really nice and gives it a classy look, refinishing hardwood floors, just sanding them down and repainting them. The other thing you do too is rip all the carpet out and do brand new hardwood flooring throughout. This is still going to give you a really good ROI. Even though it is one of the more expensive floorings that you can get, it's still going to give you 118% return on your investment. All right, guys, number 2 on our list, surprisingly, backyard patios and fire features, which is very strange because I personally would buy a house if it had a beautiful fireplace in the back. But according to the National Association of Realtors, typically you're going to see about a 55% ROI at the very best. In all the research that I've done, this is on the high end. Chances are you're probably going to see around a $9,000, $10,000 cost and as little as a $5,000 ROI. It looks really nice, so you might not necessarily get an ROI on it, but I will combat something here. I think you would actually get more buyers to come to the table to buy your house because it stands out from the crowd. There's not a lot of houses that you go through that you can get a really nice backyard or a really nice patio setup or fireplace feature. It really depends on what you're doing in the back there. I personally love them, but on the list of ROI, it's not the best bang for your buck. It's better in the long run if you're reselling your house and worried about resale value of actually keeping open yard space because people want to see a blank canvas. And especially if you're looking at selling more of a family formation house, then you want to have an open space so that they can put trampolines and playgrounds through. It's just way better that way. Which brings me to my next thing on the list, swimming pools. I personally bought my house because of the swimming pool. Swimming pool was one of the features of why I bought the house, but they're so expensive. Incredibly expensive to build, maintain, take away. Everything's expensive about them. On average, it only adds about a 7% value of selling your house. So if you have a pool and the house down the street doesn't have a pool, you'll get roughly between 5 and 7%. It's great for enjoyment. It's bad for resale, especially in the northern climates. I probably use my pool a month and a half. I don't have a pool heater. We don't have the weather for it. If we were living in Texas or Arizona and it was hot all the time and people are just wanting pools, then it's a huge selling feature. It's probably better to put a hot tub in, which I haven't done the research on, but I should look into. So definitely not putting a pool in is going to save you a ton of money and a ton of time, or just buy a house with a pool and at least it's there. Next up on our list is high maintenance landscaping. Young families don't necessarily want to be outside taking care of the grass and weeding. Everybody wants really low maintenance or no yard at all. Ponds, fish, fountains, they look really cool, but not a lot of buyers are in the market saying, wow, that house, I want it because it's got a koi pond. Most buyers just see them as work and not as a very wow mentality. It's good for personal enjoyment. Who wouldn't want to sit back, relax in their backyard, looking at koi swimming around with a waterfall? It's really nice, but at the end of the day, it's not a very good ROI. I've never put a pond in. I've never had a walkthrough being like, oh, that's a nice pond. I should buy this house because of the pond. Number 5 on our list, converting a garage to a living space. On average, if you convert your garage into a living space, your typical ROI is about 50%. You'll essentially get $50,000 back. Buyers want storage, they want protected parking. In some towns, missing a garage can hurt your resale or break bylaws. At the end of the day, people want to have garages. They want tinker shops, they want man caves, she caves. Just keep your garage. Don't turn it into a living space, no matter how cool it is. The clients I work with that want garages. If they wanted more living space, they would buy a bigger house. And on average too, it's really hard to turn your garage into a living space. If it doesn't have power, it needs to be insulated. Like, there is a lot of work to it, and it doesn't open you up to any bigger of a buyer pool. Number 6 on our list, sunrooms, or 4-season rooms, or 3-season rooms, whatever you want to call them. Those aluminum things that you see attached to houses that tend to blow over when big windstorms come through. They're expensive. You only get a 48% ROI on it. Like, when I was doing the research, people have to see it as a bonus room or a flex space. It's nice to have coffee in there. I've sold a couple houses that have these very specific sunrooms, and buyers don't really care. They just see it as a nice bonus room, but again, it's like a pool. If it's not too hot outside, you can use it. If it's boiling hot outside, it's even hotter in the sunroom and nobody wants to sit out there. Or if it's really cold outside, it's even colder somehow in the sunroom. It also doesn't convert into livable square footage by appraisers or real estate agents. So if you look at a 1,000 square foot house that has a 300 square foot sunroom, it's not a 1,300 square foot house, so you're not getting the evaluation of a 1,300 square foot house like you would in the neighborhood. It is really nice. It adds lifestyle, it adds comfort, but it's not seen as a true value. It's a cool lifestyle approach because I can go back there, play cards, read books, have a morning coffee. It is nice to have if you're planning to live in the house, but if you're looking at buying a house and flipping it in 3 to 5 years, it's not the best ROI. Number 7 on our list, home remodels. Do you have a home office, or are you thinking about putting a home office in there? On average, you see a return of 45% of your investment on converting a bedroom or space into an office. Demand for home offices have declined post-pandemic. A lot of people are going back to the office. Keep the space flexible for multi-use instead of heavy customization, whether it's speakers, a studio, or a work-in, I don't know, masseuse table or whatever it is. Like, those work rooms need to be really flexible so that buyers can come in and really see whatever space they want to envision in there. So keeping it flexible and not truly customized is a better option when you're looking to sell. Number 8 on our list is gourmet kitchens. I was surprised of why this came up, because you think, if I pour tons of money into one of the most focused areas of a house, you should get a huge return. On average, if you pour money into a kitchen, you get a good return on investment. But buyers rarely want to pay for extravagant, lavish appliances or design finishes. So when you end up putting in exceptional appliances or high-end finishes, is it MDF or is it wood or is it stainless steel appliances, grand $5,000 stove? On average, buyers rarely want to pay extra for those kind of finishes. They really look for simple, modern, functional kitchens that perform the best, have a good layout, and tend to be open concept and airy. Number 9 on our list, adding a primary suite. This is doing a full addition of your house. On average, this is going to cost between $120,000, $150,000 or more, depending on the square footage. You're going to have a bigger bedroom count, which is great, and people want to see those bigger primary rooms. I would suggest doing a primary bedroom with a primary bathroom, like an ensuite and a walk-in closet, just to do a full extension. This way, you get a whole another living space that's secluded from the rest of the house. People want that extra square footage. Because if you look at building an extra primary bedroom, just a normal wartime bungalow, on average is going to cost you $120,000, $150,000, $160,000, give or take, after permits and everything. On average, your return on investment is going to be around 50% of that. So you're actually losing a ton of money at the end of the day. It tends to add comfort, but not equivalent to resale value. Hire an architect if you end up doing so. They can design it in a better way to hopefully have it tie into the house a lot better. But at the end of the day, maybe just go buy another house if you need a bigger bedroom. Number 10 on our list, and this is something that I really want to do to my house, and I know it's not a good use of money, but I so badly want to do it. It's doing a luxury bathroom remodel. On average, you're going to see between a 30 and 35% ROI. I really want to do a wellness center in my basement. I want to expand my bathroom, make it double the size, do a sauna, steam room, a big shower. I know it's impractical, but I don't want to sell my house. But if you are looking at reselling your house and you do want to focus on kitchens and bathrooms. Bathrooms are one of the greatest selling features and the greatest ROIs of selling your house. Focus on practical updates like vanity, flooring, shower tiles, skip the heated floors. People don't really care about heated floors. I'm selling a house right now. Everybody overlooks it. I'm like, guys, it has heated floors. And they're like, yeah, but it's got a green ceiling. What do you want me to do? I'll go paint the ceiling. So if you're looking at doing a bathroom reno, from my experience, white tile, some kind of cool abstract flooring works really well. Blacks and whites are still in style. Renovate for the masses. Expensive fixtures do not translate into higher sale prices. People don't look at fixtures and go, oh, I'm going to pay more for this because it looks fancier. Again, don't over improve for your neighborhood. Keep it in line with local homes. If you're in a neighborhood where the ceilings are around $600,000 and they have certain finishes and remodels, you can see what things are selling for on House Sigma or Realtor.ca, what kind of styles people are looking for in that neighborhood, and stick within that. If you're just strictly looking at future profits and not personal enjoyment, hopefully you had value in it. And if you did, put a comment down below. Let me know what you liked and what renovations you're going to do to your house and which ones you're going to skip. We'll see you in the next one.